As adult toy collectors, we tend to always be looking forward to the next big, bright, shiny thing coming out. But today, I'm going to look back at where it all started for me. How's it going, everyone? My name's Justin, and I like to collect toys and action figures. And today, I'm going to be looking at the top 10 toys or action figures, whatever you want to call it, that I really look back on fondly from my childhood and really played a big role in me collecting as an adult, really. So for this video, I've got really only two rules. Number one, I had to have owned the toy or action figure when I was younger. Number two, I have to own that figure or toy today. It doesn't have to be the exact same copy that I had when I was younger. It can be something I went back and rebought. That's perfectly fine. So no more wasting your time. Let's get into my top 10 toys or action figures from my childhood. So at number 10, I have the G.I. Joe Real American Hero Battle Corps Duke. So this figure is not of course, not the original one I had from my childhood, because it's on card in a protective case. But this was my favorite G.I. Joe growing up. I was born in '89. I kind of was really young for G.I. Joe coming in, but I did like it, and I had an older brother who I got a lot of hand-me-downs from. And this figure was my favorite out of all of them. I think I had a lot of the Battle Corps figures. I don't have too much to say about this figure other than just the fond memories I have of it. It has like a little missile launcher. It was just a lot of fun. These Battle Corps ones are kind of hard-ish to find. I ended up coming across this one at an event called Retro Toy Con here in South Carolina, and I cut me a good deal on it. It was already in a protective case and everything, and I do want to track down a couple other ones I had when I was younger, but it's not a big need for me. Like I said, I wasn't super into Joe. Next at number 9, I hope it doesn't fall apart when I'm lifting it up, is this awesome Mirage. I forget who made it, but it's a turtle lair that actually transforms into like a base from being like just a regular turtle. They made a few of these. I had this one when I was younger. I forget which minifigures it came with, but I've been able to track down this one and another one that I didn't have, and between the two of them I have all 4 turtle minifigures, a Shredder, and a Bebop or a Rocksteady. I'm not sure which one, but I don't have both. So, and this set is complete. It has everything. It's in really good condition, and it's just really kind of tough to find these. This is the most common one. This is the Leonardo one. And you can find these, just it's hard to find them complete. I got a really good deal on this, and I just absolutely love it. It's sitting on a shelf next to my other one. I believe I have the Raph. I'm looking for Mikey and Donnie too, but like I said, these things are hard to find complete. And the minifigures, if you're just looking for the minifigures, they actually fetch a pretty penny just by themselves. Next, coming in at number 8, we've got the Toy Biz X-Men Battle Ravaged Wolverine. I absolutely love this figure. This, of course, not the same one I had when I was younger. I've went back and rebought it. It's, on card. The card's in good condition. And I just had a lot of fun with this figure growing up. I loved X-Men, the animated series. It kind of bothered me. It was always battle damage when I was playing with him, but also Wolverine's always getting beat up. So it works. He's got the little rolly wheel on the back of him where it makes his arms go up and down, and he comes with this little 2-piece of a door that he can knock down. I didn't have a lot of X-Men figures because I was into so many different toys and shows growing up, but I had Wolverine, I had a Cyclops, a Beast, an Apocalypse. I have fond memories playing with all my X-Men, all my action figures, but this one was definitely my favorite out of the X-Men because Wolverine was my favorite character. So, at number 8, the Toy Biz Battle Ravaged Wolverine. And at number 7, I've got a really fun one here. These are actually, I believe it was Hasbro and Tomy that did these Zoids action figures. These are from Zoids New Century. If you're familiar with the show, it was just fun. It was, I believe, the first Zoid show to come over to the US. So this is the Liger Zero. This is the main character's Zoid. It has a cool little battle action, and both of these are actually my original figures. These are kind of hard to find complete A lot of these, especially where it opens with the cockpit right here, a lot of these are broke if you find them online, or it's missing the missile launcher or his jetpack piece. The boosters pop up right there, and it does shoot the missile. I'm missing the missile and the pilot. They came with pilot minifigures for the Liger Zero, and also the Elefander here. See, his cockpit pops open right here where the pilot's supposed to be. I believe I actually do have his missiles. They're put up somewhere along with some pieces you can swap out. He comes with like different pieces where you can like take this one off, or take that off, take the ears off, and pop different pieces on. So this was a really cool, fun one. These are actually in very good condition for the amount I played with them as I was a kid. Me and my cousin Andrew, shout out Andrew's probably watching. I had these two, he had two different ones, and we would just get together because we both watched the show and we'd like act out the fights and stuff. And if you haven't seen it and you like fighting robots, it was very tournament style along with the story. I would definitely recommend looking it up. And I do eventually want to get a Liger Zero model kit, like a really nice model kit to put together to have an updated one. And I would like to track more of these down, but like I said, they are just hard to find in good condition, especially complete or near complete. I'm not necessarily looking for mint on card because I do like to open my stuff, especially something cool like this. And at number 6, we're really going grassroots with me because I've got some Power Ranger toys right here. So these are actually Happy Meal toys from McDonald's when the 1995 Power Rangers, the movie, came out. So these are not the original ones I had when I was a kid. So I specifically only had blue and red. But since then, I've went back and bought the whole mint set. So I've got them displayed nicely on the shelf. But I do still have my original, at least the Ranger figures. I don't have the vehicles anymore, I don't believe. And my son plays with those, so that's cool. But these were awesome because it comes with not only the little Power Ranger figure, about the size of a G.I. Joe, but the Zord, and it's a vehicle, has rolling wheels. They did red, white, pink, blue, black, and yellow, all 6 of them from the movie. You know, and they just look good. They don't do toys like this anymore. I get disappointed every time my son gets a Happy Meal, and it's just some lame toy. But these were just really fun figures. I have great memories of being downstairs at my parents' house, sitting in front of the front door, just playing with these and just, I don't know, just having fun as a kid. And that's really what this hobby is all about, those nostalgic great memories. So coming in at number 5, we have a great one. It is the Blue Beetleborg from Big Bad Beetleborgs. This is the original one I had when I was a kid, and just look at this metallic look on the toy that's really held up over time. The stickers, not so much. This was actually the deluxe one that came with his kind of battleizer mode with the big wings and the bigger gun. I don't quite know where all those pieces went. Those gone and lost to time. But I have a special memory with this one. I remember when I actually got to go pick it out. I had good grades or something, so I got to go to Toys R Us. This was sitting on the shelf, and I debated back and forth between it and something else. I can't quite remember what. Got this guy, and it was actually the only Beetleborg I owned until I got big into collecting again. I've went back and gotten the red one, the green one, even the white one, who's really hard to find because they only made one figure of him, and he's always missing a piece, and he's sort of expensive on the aftermarket. And I got Shadowborg. Since these releases, they haven't really done many figures. SH Figure Arts has done them. Those are kind of old now, a little outdated, and they're expensive. Bandai has done model kits, and I've actually put the blue one together and reviewed that figure, as well as Shadowborg on the channel if you want to go check those videos out. But number 5 is the Blue Beetleborg from Big Bad Beetleborgs. And at number 4, we've got Wolfang from Transformers Beast Wars. Now this is a bit of an obscure one, just given the fact of he wasn't on the show. Not only is some people don't remember Beast Wars fondly, if you go back to try to watch it now, the computer animation will send your eyeballs. It is absolutely terrible, but man, I love Beast Wars. Again, being born in '89, just how I grew up, I kind of missed, the boat on original Transformers. So Beast Wars was made for 90s kids like me. So it was awesome, and he's a wolf, guys. I don't remember getting this figure, but I remember always loving it and playing with it. And I had a couple different Transformers, couple different Beast Wars, but this one, just being a wolf, was awesome. This one in particular is my original one. I've got him in wolf mode. His paint's a little beat up, but he is complete. Except, now I take that back, except the missiles. He is missing the missiles. Those are long gone. I think I shot him at my siblings way too much and they got lost. But he's such an obscure character, so I can't believe they did it, but Hasbro did re-release him. So this transformed into robot mode version of Wolfang, I just shot a missile right there, is the re-released version. It's exactly the same. And the second I saw that they were re-releasing this guy, I knew I had to pick him up because he was my favorite. So at number 4, Wolfang from Transformers Beast Wars. So guys, we're getting into the top 3 favorite toys from my childhood. Now's a great time to, in the comments down below, go ahead and let me know your top 1, top 2, top 3 toys that you had growing up. What really influenced your collecting growing up? Because, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Nostalgia, what you had or you didn't have, and what you can get now, and really look around and see all this awesome stuff on your shelves. But let's get into my top 3. So at number 3, we have a really special one. We have the Irwin Toys Goku figure. Man, Dragon Ball Z really shaped my childhood. It came out at the perfect time as like you're kind of getting out of some of the other animated series. And anime really started with Dragon Ball Z in America. That's what really kicked it off, and with Toonami. It got us all into it and opened the door for us to just really get into a lot of different anime shows. And these Irwin toys were far from perfect. As you can see, this one hasn't held up very well. His belt's broken. The stickers, I believe it was for when he trained under Roshi. I don't believe it was King Kai, but you could put those circular stickers, one big one on the back, one on the front. Those are long gone. And I believe I had to glue his hair back on at some point. You know, I was rough with these figures. I had a bunch of different Dragon Ball Z figures, and it was a fighting show, so they fought a lot, you know, when I was playing, and they got broke, some of them. His shirt does come off to like represent like battle damage, and then you can pop it back on, so I always thought that was really cool. And you can see it's orange here and red on the shirt. But man, as Dragon Ball Z was one of my all-time favorite things, and I have a nice SH Figure Arts collection on a shelf over here that I'm very proud of. And yeah, I just absolutely love this figure, even though looking at it now, that doesn't look like Goku at all. But number 3, Irwin Toys Goku. Now, at number 2, this is a very special one to me. This is the Kenner Batman the Animated Series Joker figure. I'm holding 2 here. This one on card is one I've gone back and picked up since I got back into collecting. It's a really nice condition card. It's the exact version of the Joker I had. But this one right here, this beat up figure, is my original one I had during my childhood. The paint's chipped away and he's missing all of his accessories, but man, this figure means a lot to me. I remember being really young in Walmart with my mom. I was young enough to still be, you know, riding in the buggy. I was sick, I didn't feel good, and I fell asleep. And I woke up while we were in the checkout line, and my mom had one of these right here, this one specifically, in the buggy right next to me when I woke up as a nice surprise, because I guess, you know, I didn't feel good and she felt bad. So that's just a great memory, and, you know, I'm really glad I still have this, and it's in one piece. And, you know, Batman the Animated Series was great. Who didn't love Batman the Animated Series growing up? And this figure just holds a very special place in my heart. Coming in at number 1, and I apologize for the glare, but as you can see right here, it is none other than the Bandai original flip heads from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So admittedly, these are not my exact copies from when I was younger. These are ones I've gone back and recollected just over time, piece by piece. Got them in protective cases. I wanted them all on card, and the cards to be in pretty good condition. Put up on my wall right over, you can see right here my Power Ranger display. And getting these when I was younger, I got all 6 of them for Christmas one year, and I was absolutely over the moon. I played with these things until they were completely falling apart and busted, and I had so much fun playing with these. These figures were absolutely awesome. like I said, I played with them into the ground. And since then, you can see that my Power Ranger collecting definitely did not stop. I've got an extensive Lightning collection there, along with some other figures there at the bottom. And yeah, Power Rangers really was my bread and butter growing up. So these figures are number 1 in my top 10 figures from my childhood. So guys, that's my top 10 favorite figures from my childhood, or toys, figures, toys. I use the term interchangeable, it doesn't matter. But man, it's crazy to look back on what you had growing up and really how that molds like what you collect going forward and what you're into, what your interests are. And it's just really nice to every now and then, stop looking forward to the new things coming out and look back to what really got you here in the first place. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and like I said before, let me know your favorite toys growing up from your childhood. And until next time, I appreciate you guys.